Right, so today I'm just using some leftovers up. I'm sure you've all done it. You make a big batch of chilli. Rather than just eat the leftovers as leftover chilli, what I'm going to do is make a version of a lasagna. Just over here to start with, I've got a few new potatoes, waxy style new potatoes. These are Nicola or Charlotte potatoes I do. We'll just whack those on the little bit of salted water. Put that on with a lid on. It's down here. In the meantime, I've got a £2 loaf tin into a. You might be wondering why have I put tin foil over this little roasting tray. Simply to stop any washing up. Because if anything does bubble out of there, it will get caught on the tin foil. I can throw the tin foil away, and I don't have to put that in the washing up. Lazy git, I know. A little bit of oil, a little brush, just give everything a little brush over in there, just to stop it sticking to the sides, the bottom, the base, what have you, blah blah. Right, and then what you do, this is the way of using up some leftovers. That's done. Here's the leftover chilli. Quite a lot of it there. So you just take a little spoonful of that into the bottom. Just layer that out. Just so you've got just about a little coating on the bottom. Okay, and the first layer, no cheese. No siree, no cheese. So what we're going to do is just go in with a, careful, a lasagna sheet over the top like that. These are just about the right size for the £2 loaf tin. They're not quite big enough, so I'm just going to snap a little bit off, just to stick at that end. Keep Coke in there. Right, again, another layer of the leftover chilli. Blah blah. Right, and now for something completely different. This is real fusion, and or you might want to call it confusion food. What I've got here is a piece of brie. So instead of using the traditional bechamel back there, I need a different knife for this. That one will do. I'm just going to take that bit of rind off there. You don't really want the rind in this. So I'm just going to take a thin slice of the brie. It's probably been out of the fridge just a bit too long. You can see it's just started to go soft. And just lay that on top. Again. Same again. Lay that across there. And of course, as this cooks, talking of which, lay that across there. Sticky. Probably gorgeous. God, that brie. Yeah, just make sure the oven's on. That's on about 160 fan, which is about 180 conventional electric, which is about, I think that's gas mark 4. I could be wrong on that, check. So, as you can see, you've got one little layer. What I'm also going to do there is, because the original recipe for the chilli didn't have any oregano in it, so I'm just going to sprinkle over a bit of dried oregano, just to add a bit more, because at the moment what we've got is something that's traditionally Italian, but with a French cheese and some sort of Tex-Mex via England creation over there. So again, another layer of the dried lasagna sheets. There's absolutely no need to pre-cook that at all. The moisture that's already in the chilli will cook that out for you. Again, it just needs a little bit more. You can see there's a little gap at that end. I'm just going to break a little piece off there just to, yep. Basically you continue like that, another layer of the leftover chilli. Just right over the top of that, I'm going to grate a little bit of cheddar. Another swig of wine, I'm getting thirsty, doing all this talking, it's wearing me out. I'll grate this on the finer side, as if it was parmesan. I would normally grate a bit of parmesan in with the cheddar, just to give that authentic Italian taste, along with the brie and the chilli, of course. Okay, that should be about enough. That'll go in for about 40 minutes. In the meantime, those spuds at the back there, should be up to the boil. Should be. I'll just whack that in the oven and knock the tripod. Okay, that's in. They should be at the temperature and aren't, but very nearly there. They'll just boil for around 5-6 minutes once they're up to a simmer. Then I'll refresh them, because they're going to go in the fat fryer to make a version of sauteed potatoes. Okay. I'm not quite sure if that last little bit of video worked, so I'm going to try it again. Basically, the potatoes have been cooking for about 6 minutes until they're just softening. They're now been refreshed under there. Just stop them cooking any further. I've been running the cold tap for about a few minutes, so they've stopped cooking. I just now need to drain them off, ready for the deep fat fryer. Oh, there we go. That's the for there. So that now, I'll just put those to one side. That take didn't work. So what I've got here, I've got some green beans in the bottom there. It's a little bit of water, tiny little bit of salt, some broccoli florets, and I've slathered some butter over the top. And what will happen is, as that comes up to the boil, the butter will melt down all over the broccoli and just add a nice bit of flavour. So lid on that, that'll take about 5 minutes. Now, I think it's about 160. In the meantime, the new potatoes that were cooked, try that again, were cooked earlier. They've just been dried off with a bit of kitchen paper. So they're now ready to go into the hot oil. Like that, give them a little shaky about. Hopefully you can see. So the little baby's cooking away. And that's me back in 5 minutes. They'll both be done, with a bit of luck. So what I'm going to do is just potatoes are there, look, I'll just drain those off. Like I say, a little bit overcooked. The only person that's going to complain about that will be the missus, so I'll just drain those off from there for a couple of minutes. So we're ready to put the lasagna out. Now this is not your typical lasagna, I think I said earlier. It was made with leftovers and brie, as opposed to a typical bechamel sauce. So it is quite a meaty, chunky sort of lasagna, and I'll show you that now, hopefully. I can just open that without disturbing the... So what we'll do is we'll just go around the edges, which are a bit crispy because I left it in the oven for a bit too long. That happens. Happens to me quite a lot, I get distracted. Okay, so we've just lifted that and we'll just go bosh straight through the middle there. Okay, and so what we'll do now is just lift that piece out, and that should just come out as one nice little chunky piece of lasagna, like sort of like that really. So you can see the layers there, but it is a really meaty fried lasagna. So we'll just chuck a few of these bits of potato on there. So then all we want to do is just add the green beans and broccoli, which are done, and now all I need is that one over there. Woohoo, saute. So we'll just pop a bit of broccoli on there, and on there. Splodge. Splash, oh dear. Right, I don't know whether you can see this. I'm sincerely hoping so. Finished dish, basically. That's it.